Okay, welcome to the second part of Chapter 5, Lesson 4. We're going to be looking at negative fractions instead of just regular fractions, and we're going to be using our calculator. What do you guys say about calculators? Yay! All right. All right. All right, so follow along as I read. Write a negative fraction as a decimal. When writing negative fractions as decimals, the process is the same as writing a fraction as a decimal. You divide the same way you do with a positive number, but the only difference is you write the negative sign in front of the decimal. That's the only difference. So we've already been practicing this. So we're going to write negative 2/9 as a decimal. That means we take 2 and divide it by 9. It's been worked out for you already. You can see that the 2 is going to keep repeating, so the remainder is never going to be 0. So negative 2/9 is actually negative 0.22222 that goes on and on. And to indicate that, we put a negative sign, 0.2, and our repeating bar notation above the 2. All right, let's get into using calculators. On your calculator, 1 divided by 4. Okay, so I know what the answer is because I know what 1/4 is as a decimal. Does anybody in here know? Nick, come on up, tell us. What is 1/4 as a decimal?
0.25.
Yes, 0.25. So if I already know that, I don't have to do any work because that's something I know by memory. What's the one thing, though, I need to add to this 0.25, Juliana?
You have to add the negative sign.
Yes, because it is a negative number, so don't forget that negative sign. If you don't know this by memory, on your calculator, you could do 1 divided by 4. So I'm going to do that on my calculator. 1, 1, 1. Nope, doesn't want to do it. So do it on your calculator, and you'll see it'll be 0.25. Just put a negative sign in front of it. All right, negative 5, 6. Go ahead on your calculator and do 5 divided by 6. Would somebody tell me what your calculator display says, Ralphie?
0.83 repeating.
All right, so the calculator says 0.83 and that 3 goes on and on and on. All right, to indicate that the decimals or the numbers repeating, we use our bar notation. What do I have to remember to put in front of that 0, everyone? The negative sign, because it's a negative. So we don't need to worry about a negative key on our calculator. The last one, what kind of number is it that has a whole number and a fraction? Abraham?
A mixed number, Abraham.
A mixed number. Abraham always has to be Abraham. All right, so the only part I am going to be concerned about is the 1.6 so far. On my calculator, not 1.616. What is 1 divided by 6? Would somebody do that and tell me what you get? Alyssa, come on up. What is 1 divided by 6 on your calculator? 0.16
repeating.
All right. So it's 0.1 and that 666 goes on and on. All right, how am I going to write that as my final answer? I want to remember it's a negative. I want to remember I have a whole number 2 first. And then I don't need to use the 0 because it's in the 1 spot, but I have a 2 in the 1 spot. 1, 6 with the bar just over the 6. All right, you guys have a worksheet to do? Come in with any questions. Have a good evening. What do you guys want to say? Bye.